2.
Oh no, we're doomed.
Well, you just might be. Well, welcome again, friends, and welcome back to the latest episode after a little hiatus for some holiday. Really appreciate everyone sticking in there, and hope everyone had a great little vacation and time with the family.
And I hope you stayed
I
safe
did.
because COVID's a real thing.
It is. It's not fake. Can't confirm. Um, so last we left our intrepid band, they had found themselves on the road to Amman. And as they reached the gates, they had apparently punched a package boy's horse straight in the face, uh, knocking it over, causing him to flail about wildly. As he lands and conversation is had, they find that this is just a mere parcel boy heading from Western, just stopped off at Kymel, and now on his way to Craghammer. He had important business in Amman, but due to the fact that he has to get a new horse and start the trek towards Craghammer, practically on foot for a little bit, to give his horse plenty of rest, he asked that you guys deliver a parcel. The only request was that it not be opened and it not be damaged, and delivered to a one Allura. That is all you got, and from there he left. Our team made it into the city after kind of sheepishly walking by the guards, and then from there they made themselves into the market district of Amman. From there they're on their way towards the cloud top, where after a couple conversations with people in the city, they found that is where this Allura person must be. Allura Visorna. Arcanist Allura Visorna. So after they retrieved this package, and it being seemingly fancy and magical on the outside, they were beset upon by bandits, seeming to be a little bit more than just your simple bandits. This team attacked them quite viciously and quite adeptly, silencing them as they attacked, and then barely sneaking away with their life as they realized they were not going to win and the guards had been noticed. So the thugs got away, and our team decided to come up with a name for themselves. The Bare Knuckle Couriers. It's still in debate. I'm not sure if that's still what they want to go with, but
Well, I like it.
I think it's the best we've got.
Can Chris still talk right now, or is he gone?
I mean, he
Hello?
can still. I can't hear Chris if he's talking.
Hey guys.
There you go. We can hear you.
Yeah, something went up and I just had to reconnect. But I'm good.
All right. So
Hopefully.
Chris, can they still hear you?
Yeah, I just had to reconnect.
Okay. Do you know your Discord information?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, I'll just make a quick second account then.
yeah, no worries, guys. We can still hear everything fine.
Yeah.
Well, Jake has his iPad that he's trying to use for his character sheet.
Okay. Well, in the meantime,
I
I'll
mean,
finish.
if I knew this was going to be like this, I would have brought my laptop, but no notice.
So, kind of skipping ahead here for us as we were recapping the last little bit of the city. We had reached the capital city of Amman and heading into the cloud top. After some negotiation with the guards, they decided to let you through, but they warned you that Allura was not in the best of moods. She seemed remiss and a little bit off-put at the time, since it is quite late in the day. Let me just get to my.
Notes.
Yep.
Well, there was just a ton of magic expended in the district, so
They they definitely are on notice, and they understood that you were attacked. So they've seemingly let you off while they do their own investigation, asking you not to leave the city. Why is this so hard to find? What world did I pass it? No way I passed it. Apologies. I don't know why I can't find this. There it is.
A few.
Got it. Alrighty. So you are currently on the outskirts of Abadar's Promenade and the entrance to the Cloudtop District. It is here you see atop a small hill, about 1,000 feet in elevation, wide walls towering high above this inner district, and then at the center of the district, even higher walls surrounding a castle atop the peak. And it is there the tower spires onward and upward, standing as a beacon around the cloud top. The only other thing that has height equal, or a little under equal, is a tower to the far east, the far southwest side. I'm looking at the map upside down. And then from there, I will go ahead and open the game up for you guys as we hop back into things.
Sweet.
Hello, Hazy Ray.
So, what would you guys like to do?
well, in the words of a wise crowd in one comedy movie, get on with it. Shall we go? We have a package to deliver, and I have a feeling that I have a lot of questions. Hopefully, we can answer most of them.
Yes. Yeah, let's get on and get this package delivered.
I just nod in agreement. I don't recall if I have the words to actually say the thing that I want to say.
That's a problem.
So you guys continue on into the cloud top. Currently in attendance with some of the Crown's Guard. It is here as you get into the cloud top that you understand that this is not your typical area. This is almost like the height of luxury and the height of the social elite. So you have the Palace of the Sovereign alongside various mansions with various lords and ladies of the city. And to the south, you can see an elevated port to an arcane levitating ships. It's called the Skyport platform, the first port of its kind atop the tower to the southeast, or southwest, excuse me.
Airships, fancy.
Arr.
The walls around this magical technology are buttressed against 100-foot high, shining white stone walls that encircle the entire district, a second line of siege defense for the political leaders of Amman. Currently, you're being led ahead by one of the guardsmen. Says, "I believe you said you're looking for Alora. Is that right?"
Mhm.
That is
Well,
correct.
Well, that's her place right there. And
Let me
he
try.
he points out more toward the northwest
Yeah,
in the city, and in there you can see a tall, extravagantly yet almost simply built 174-foot tall tower made of shining white stone with inlays across windows spotted at increments of 20 feet, 20 feet above the ground, 40, 60, 80, and on and on. It almost seems to go forever till it meets at a quad point tip.
Hmm.
That's a residence right there.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna start marching in that direction.
Follow the bird, gents.
Yes. And make sure he doesn't do something foolish. Or say it.
let me let my dice and I'll do it.
All right. So, our intrepid gang heads towards this tower. As you get closer and closer, it almost seems as the tower grows taller and taller. Um, is it a trick of the eyes? Is it an optical illusion? What's going on? You're not really sure. But as you get closer and closer, you realize there's no door.
Hmm.
What do you wish to do?
Hmm.
Is it
Well, I think it's an optical illusion.
is it like a what kind of is it like a wall? Like a stone wall?
There's stairs going straight up to a stone wall. On your way, as you get closer and closer, you see a small platform with about 12 stairs heading up to a point in the wall. Beautifully designed handrails carved of beautiful stone, and from there, it leads to the tower's edge.
I climbed the stairs.
Might as well follow him.
All right.
To have an
You- You guys find yourself at the foot of the tower, facing a stone wall.
Hmm.
Can I punch the stone wall? Well, not like punch it, but like pound on it like it's a big heavy door.
Go for it. So, as you do, your hand slams against the stone, but this time it's a little different. When you hit the stone, it almost feels hollow, like a little bit of give was there. And you pound away at it a couple of times. Kind of sit there, nothing seems to happen.
Can I kick it?
Take it.
You know what? Roll an attack with your roll a melee attack. Just using your strength.
6.
So you go to kick the door, and as you go to kick, the entire wall in front of you, about 10 feet high, shimmers a little bit to reveal 2 giant welcoming doors that open in. As you go to kick, your foot actually misses as it goes through, as the door starts to open. And there before you is a beautiful blonde-haired human woman wearing elegant blue robes. Hello. Can I help you?
I'm gonna point at the door that just opened and go, "That's one hard fucking door."
Oh my god.
Please excuse our short feathered friend. And I look at Norvar with a look on my face that just says, "How long have you been dealing with this crap?"
I'm just gonna push past everybody and say, Madam, we are here with a package to deliver. We had picked it up from a courier along the road, and he did have a bit of an incident, so we decided to help by taking it the rest of the way for him. This is, of course, for you.
Hold it. Do we know if it's her?
So she opens the door and just sees a bird person kick at the door and miss, and then just says, "That's a big or strong." I can't remember what you said. I'm sorry. It's been too many conversations.
That's one hard fucking door. In the Goliath's voice, in Skywatcher's voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
boy.
she looks kind of whimsically at you, and indeed it is. It's the door to my place, of course. You say you're part of couriers. You're here to deliver a package to me, Lady Allura.
Yes, I do believe that's what this package is addressed to.
Oh, okay, well. Give it here.
My dear.
Oh,
I hand over the package.
it's kind of charming, isn't he? The little feathered one.
Handing package over.
So she'll take the package from you and say, "Huh, this is interesting. Seems to be..." and as you're standing there, you see her eyes flash white. As she looks at it. Huh. Well, this is an interesting mechanism. Oh, this has to be from Kima. Oh, I was hoping she would send word.
That's the sender, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Komodo, she's a strong woman.
Yep,
Oh,
so... well, thank you. I mean, do you guys need anything else?
Well, do you think we should ask her about the people who tried to kill us for it?
People tried to kill you for this?
Yeah.
Olay!
That's hilarious. I must hear about this. Please, would you like some tea?
I would love some tea.
Delighted.
Why not? Guards aren't letting us leave because they want to know who was trying to kill us too, so...
Well, at least they'll know where you are. It's been a while since I've seen an adventuring party come this way, so... Please, come in. Come in.
Hungry.
In time, Feathered One, in time. And she leads you in, and as you all walk through the doorway, you come upon a simple room. There's no doors, there's no apparent ceiling that you can see. But as you walk in, there's a beautiful and extravagant rug laid across this, I want to say 20 by 20, 25 by 25 foot octagonal room.
Octagonal.
And from there, she leads you towards the center and says, "Well, please join me in the evening room." You all walk in. You can see the beautiful paintings and welcoming areas, almost like this was just a grand foyer, but it's just a room. From there, she raises her hand, and the floor starts to move. and lift. And you are rising now.
Yeah,
And a
must be some
sorceress.
sort of an earthquake.
Snow earthquake. Fanciful one. I do like that hat. Um, Makes you look very dapper. The floor continues to raise. And after about 100 feet, it comes down to a stop. And it is there you're upon a new room. And this room has a couple of chases, a nice table, kind of a coffee table set up as if you were in someone's den where they like to hang out and have guests. Well and extravagantly furnished. You have these leather armchairs, these really well embroidered chairs, a couple of little lounges, one of those pillows that are almost a couch in and of itself that's really filled up like love sacks. Just huge thing on the next to a couple of coffee tables, and an extravagant rug that just looks to be extraordinarily soft.
I'm going to plop on it.
Oh yes, that was one I got from Marquette, from one of their local creatures. It's quite lovely. Please do have a seat, y'all. Tea will be out shortly.
I make rug angels.
Jesus Christ.
um,
I look at Norvar. I'm like, is he always like this?
Please tell me so.
I don't know, I picked him up on the way here. He was, well, his beady eyes were all I needed.
Olay!
oh,
Weird.
well met. Well, that is a fanciful story. And 1 second, Laura raises her arm, and as she does, flips just a slight twitch of the wrist, and in floats in from the outer edges teacups with a little saucer tray, float through the air softly and land in front of each of you. For those of you not sitting at a table, they'll actually hover right in front of you. First, the saucer will spin into place, slowly flip, and then be held in place as the teacup is gently balanced directly in the center.
Okay, so
Fascinating.
very nice.
Oh yes,
So,
I'm sort of moving around trying to see if the teacup will follow me or not, but I'm also like examining it to see.
and it does follow you.
I am also examining the cup. I am holding it at all angles. I'm tapping on it to try and see how this all works.
Meanwhile, you have the magic. You the difference between the druid and the bard. Bard's like, what the hell?
Well, the bard
The
is a
druid's
very
just like-
special case of a bard.
Right, and then the druid's over here like, this is cool as fuck.
It is but a simple enchantment.
Gesundheit.
Maybe I should learn a thing or two about that.
Just in time. In time, I'm sure you'll learn it. But for now, you two, please. And she actually turns to the side and almost beckons the teapot. And at this point, you guys notice that there was a teapot on the side, heating up, that had just come to a boil before the whistle could come forth. The teapot actually opened, and you could see a little bit of steam coming out of the top. It too floats to each one of you individually and pours about a good cup full for each of you, and seemingly just continues to float there.
Strings. It
Gliding
has to
through
be
the air.
strings. It could only be strings.
What do you
There
mean?
are no strings.
What do you mean strings? I apologize. You know my name. I don't know your name. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Norvar. I am the ringmaster and leader of Norvar's Emporium for Amazing Things.
Oh well, it is very nice to meet you. I am Allura Vysornen, Arcanist of the Arcana Pansophical, and one of the elite of Amon. So how long had you been in the fanciful things? If you haven't seen anything like this before in your travels?
No, I mean, we did have some acts in our show, and they did do some amazing things, but everything could be explained.
Well, this can be explained as well. This is magic. This is a spell of the conjurations variety. I bring into life unseen servants that are able to help me.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Oh, you do not believe in the reality of the Arcana?
Oh, well, Arcana's not real, it's just a wives' tale.
Well, that's interesting. Huh. I'm surprised you've made it this far. But this is but a spell.
From the soft rug, Toblin will, like, I'm gonna point a thumb at myself and go, chicken, and then point at Skywatcher and go, the thickest.
Oh, you go by the chicken.
I kind of shrug, like,
I don't think any of us actually know Toblin's name. I think we just know him as the chicken.
I've never been able to say my name.
Great.
Precisely.
Well, that is an interesting title for yourself, but maybe not quite as flattering as it could be. And the thickest? Interesting title. I see you are quite large. You stand with a power in your posture.
I never skip leg day.
Indeed, good fighters should never. Well met.
That one's going in the book.
And you are
Me?
looking at the druid.
I'm still enjoying the cup of tea and yet also entertained by the
Well, she
simplicity
asked
of
you a
the chat.
damn question.
She looked directly at you and asked, and you
Who
are.
you were.
Oh, sorry, Isaac. Forgive me. I'm attached with the water tribes and clans. We don't often get luxuries like this. And I'm sort of half spinning the cup around a little bit, half trying to figure out how to drink from it.
You're part of the Ashari. Well, how goes it over in Terra? Or excuse me, not Terra. That would be. We'll just say it's Terra for now. How go things in the city of Terra? Because I don't want to look for 10 minutes to find it.
Well, it's always an interesting time. My parents are much more involved in the politics than myself. I was more or less thrown out and told to get going on the trials. I'm sort of one of the odd ones out. I'm more interested in summoning abilities than most.
Okay. So I take it then You're in line to be the voice of the Tempest?
We'll find out. I've got an older sister and a younger one. We'll see which one of the three of us gets picked for it.
Oh, interesting. They've sent you out on this journey and haven't laid before you a path of leadership. It's an interesting trial, this one.
So I guess it's one of those ones where they want me to find myself rather than find the goal.
Well, I'm sure you'll find your way. It's well met, Isaac.
Thank you.
And then you must be their guard? Looking over at you? What is your name?
Talking to me?
Yep.
Okay. I am Tola Covey at your service.
Hmm. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Yes, thank you.
Well, you definitely remind me of my days.
I am a paladin of the Sable Knight Crusaders Grand Order.
Oh, with Sable Knights. I've heard of them, but they're more in the mountains, aren't they not? In the Cliff Keep Mountains. It's typically where that order was last heard.
Hold on, consulting notes. I do not know. I have been traveling for some time on the road, so I'm not sure where they are at this point. But I intend to do my quest and find some answers. Hopefully.
Definitely. This is the hope for all of us, I believe. Well,
May I ask a silly question?
you may.
So, I've been doing Carpet Angels for a long time. Is there like a noticeable imprint of me just doing those Carpet Angels? Like,
She's definitely seen you doing them and kind of giggling to herself, smirking. Just due to the fact of your sheer whimsical nature. And she allows it to happen.
like if I were to stand up, would there be a noticeable like Toblin was here Carpet Angel?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's pretty much the perfect imprint of you doing angels in a carpet.
That's exactly what I wanted.
And as you're actually rubbing up against it, since you are of feathers, you start feeling it build up a little bit of static, and your feathers are starting to poof up a little bit.
Adorable.
This.
And so,
Jake, you're on video.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was aware with the faces.
So was I.
maybe. Maybe.
Yep. And so,
So I'm gonna
so-
stand up and walk over to Isaac and
okay.
like reach my hand up for a high five and go, "Bah!"
do you high five him?
I let the teacup hang and I'm like, I don't think my hand's big enough, but here's a finger. I'm kidding. I accept the high five.
Honor the chicken.
Please tell me I bolt the shit out of him.
Roll a d6.
Oh, dear God.
Wait, if this is carpet static,
Oh, that's a
should I
6,
roll
baby.
to determine if I actually feel this.
You're gonna roll a what is it? Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, dear God.
So what was the d6?
6.
what was their saving throw?
I need to roll the d20 for this, yes?
Yes.
7.
So, seeing as a couple minutes have gone by of a small bird rolling and flailing and rubbing against carpet for a while, he's built up quite a bit of electricity, and you get hit with 3 points of static damage of just as it goes out and bolts from his hand and into you to even out the charged particles,
Oh my
leaving
god.
leaving a nice little zinger on your hand.
Oh my god.
Well, that was
Just
Something.
at this point, Allura laughs, and you see her.
I
smile a
am
little
laughing the
bigger.
most joyous of laughs.
It was well met, feathered one. It was very good.
Skip leg day.
Oh well, I appreciate you all for being here, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this now. You've nothing to worry about. Is an interesting enchantment, but one that I think I know what it's going to be. So from there, she picks up the package that has been delicately wrapped, an extravagant green foil with some gold trim and silver ribbon. And from there, she slowly opens it and goes, "Oh, what have you got for me this time, Kima?" And as she tears open the packaging, little by little, from there, the second the flap opens, a huge, I really shouldn't say huge, a contained to a 10 foot in height, centered around the box, arcane fireworks come from the box, almost as if it's there with some beautiful music playing, and as it turns there, you can hear it and see an image of a younger, more shorter yet brutish young woman with a scar on her cheek, but overall bright, smiling face. Similar dirty brown blonde hair, about shoulder length in height, in wind-tossed braids.
As the fireworks
Happy
go off,
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my dear Allura. Happy birthday to you. Here's to another year, darling.
I'm so sorry for stream that's flagged for copyright.
No. That song, it was only on a 100-year copyright. The happy birthday is out of copyright.
It is indeed out of copyright.
Yep.
as like an aside, when the fireworks went off, I did caw and run.
So it's only a 25 by 25 foot kind of circle room, and you're just kind of cowering behind something.
Yes,
You're ducking behind a couch.
yes.
So,
So as
somebody
the fireworks are happening,
for your birthday present?
so as this device is going on, a message at the very end, a hand almost comes out of the box, almost enchanted and spectral. But as it lifts, there's something in the palm of its hand. It holds what seems to be a necklace, and from there reaches out and sits in front of Lady Allura. And from there, Allura, blushing and smiling and behooved of a great time, goes ahead and takes the device. She She knows me so well. I've missed her so. Oh, well. Thank you so much, Lady Kima. And then from there, she waves her hand in the air, draws something, and excuse me a moment, would you? I didn't. It doesn't necessarily mean for you to see that. I didn't think it was going to be that extravagant. 1 minute. And from there, she puts up, with that wave of her hand, almost an opaque glass in front of her that surrounds her on her side of the room. You can't hear anything, but you can hear like almost Charlie Brown-esque. Like
Yeah, that might be copyright. I'm kidding.
I hope so.
you can tell that she's talking, but you don't know what she's saying.
Mhm.
It is. A moment passes. She brings down the curtain and says, "Sorry about that. I had to send her my thanks, personally."
Mhm.
So,
But of course.
and as you do, you can see hanging from her neck is this beautifully crafted pendant that hangs down, and in it inlaid is a sapphire gem around a platinum mounting that holds it together. Not too large to be too gaudy, but not too small as to be missed by an onlooker. But it does give it a nice sheeming glow that gives it a look of being a little bit more than just a necklace.
So I'm assuming that's what they tried to kill us for.
I don't think it would go well for them, but it could have been.
Mm.
This was a gift from my dear friend, Lady Kima, who, until recently, was staying with me for a while.
Hmm.
But
I
she
see.
had to go to Western for her studies, and she had to go speak with some of the followers of the Platinum Dragon.
Interesting.
Yes. Well, it isn't an ordinary bauble, but it holds a message for me, and it plays whenever I touch it. So it would have meant nothing to whoever tried to take it from you, aside from the fact that it is well made.
Mm.
Well, then they obviously thought it was something else. I don't know many others who would actually use a silencing spell before they tried to kill us.
You were.
Mm.
That's right. You were ambushed. They
I
used
made
a spell
many
on you.
enemies.
We.
So interesting. It sounds like you might have been attacked by some members of the Clasp. That's strange for them to go out. You must have had an air about you. They must have known something. They don't typically attack without reason.
Mm.
Well, they were interested in the box, that much I know.
Well,
I'm assuming they thought something much more valuable was in it than, well, that, of course. But
well, I guess people do want to know the many trinkets and baubles that I have in my possession. They must have thought it must have been something like that. Well, so there's only a few that I've heard of that in the clasp itself that can cast spells of that nature. The fact that you guys were able to walk away from it alive and look to be relatively unharmed does speak great volumes to what you can do.
We do try.
I'm sure indeed you do. So aside from this little adventure, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to seek them out, or are you going to let the uh,
The arm.
the arms of Amon take care of this?
one mystery tends to lead to another. I don't see why not.
Hmm.
Or us dealing with it anyway. I doubt they'd let us simply go after,
They failed.
they dropped a giant pillar of ice on us. I pulled out a giant golden bear. We also wound up beheading one of them. Um, let's just say I
I
don't
dropped the
exactly
shit beat
think
out of
they'd
me.
simply let us go.
Hmm.
Interesting. Well, I am sure that you'll be found acquitted. For after all,
Oh,
you
by
were the
that I
ones.
simply mean when you find good help, why would you let it leave?
You're not wrong. So, what else brings you to the city of Amon? You said you're on your way here. It's not often
Oh,
you get invited into the cloud top without some relative meaning of stature here.
well, our giant friend over here, and I point at Jake's character, whom isn't currently named in the chat, so the name escapes me.
Skywatcher.
Skywatcher.
We had
Sorry,
gotten
the
attacked by
easiest
bandits
name.
the night before, and as we were journeying to the city to pick up supplies, a courier was coming in the opposite direction and startled him. He knocked the man off his horse, and he asked us to deliver the package to help him save time. It was sort of a penance, I guess. I'm assuming that it turns out to be a little luckier that either A, we were carrying it, because he would be very, very dead, or B, it was very dumb luck because they assumed that a group of 6 meant attack this.
Mhm.
So,
Well then, interesting. So, aside from that, what else? I mean, it sounds like that you are on your way to Amon, as it were. So you're brought to my chambers. It sounds like by this happenstance of this tall one here, the thickness. Um, so in, interesting.
What does thickness mean?
I
Is
thought
it a
that was
term of hardiness and strength?
I will casually walk over and put my left hand on the front of his thigh and my right hand on the back of his thigh and squish a little bit. The thickest.
oh
This is an acceptable title.
he also started a fight with a city smith, so we're hopefully going to see him about
Smithy.
purchasing some equipment before we head out.
well, there are plenty of good smiths. So you're looking for anything in general? I might be able to make a recommendation or two as a thank you for delivering this package to me.
Do you happen to know a good boyer in the city?
All right, so this is just for me out of character, out of DM. What is a boyer?
The people who make bows and arrows.
Yeah,
Oh,
a bow maker. That's what they're called technically.
Well, Boyer makes bows, Fletchers make arrows.
That's right. The Flesher makes the arrows.
Exactly.
oh well, yes. So you're looking for someone that makes bows, and many of our smiths do have a multitude of factions, but you'd be looking for. Are you looking for magical?
No, mundane will work for now.
Mundane? Well, then you can go to most of the smiths. My preferred is Stephen Lashar. You'll find him on. You'll find him in Avanard's Promenade. He has a shop that's just off of the Central Market. Um, you'll see the building. It's
Hard to miss.
well, it could be kind of hard to miss, but the sound of smithing and crafting materials is pretty quite loud over there. He's between the flower shop and on the right of him a barber shop. There's a sign. You should be able to find it.
Thank you, your ladyship.
You're welcome. Let him know I sent you. He should treat you good. He's a good friend.
I will.
Any other things that you're looking for?
I'd
I know
seek out
you-
a glaive, but I don't have the skills to use it yet.
Well, it sounds like you need a trainer. You might be able to find someone over in the central district or the area died quarter. They might be able to help. But further than that, you'll have to do on your own.
Large temples. I should pay my respects before we leave after the battle we just won.
True that.
Yes, yes. Well, we do have the temple district to the north. And there's many a temple to the accepted gods of our realm. Some of the darker we do not allow. But we have Malura, Bahamut, Cord. There's several that you can attend. I'm sure they'll have yours.
Excellent.
Well, it seems you're all enjoying the last bit of your tea. Would you like a refresher before you go?
No, thank you. One is enough. But thank you.
Okay, well, she'll wave her hand and your cup slowly drifts away and sets itself nicely on the side of a little end table by the wall. And anyone else?
Oh, I suppose I could have another cup. Why not?
Yeah, all right. She'll refill cups for everyone, whoever wants one, and continues. And so, what will you do now?
Well, the guards told us we can't exactly leave this area for the time being, so I assume we should go check in with them once we're done here. Then I'm assuming they're going to want us to stay overnight, and then we tend to our business in the morning and see what else they need.
Agreed. We do have to stay here for the guards. Because they did ask us to stay. Until they clear up
Anything
the
you can
whole
tell
mess.
us about, anything you can tell us about the group that thought that the gift was far more powerful than it actually is? You called them the cast?
Black.
The clasp.
Class.
Clasp. With
Class.
a CLASP.
Hmm.
Yes, they are a. I wouldn't say that too much different than what you would call a thieves' guild. They make their way in the shadier methods, but they're a necessity for a higher level of sophistication inside of a city.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So we dare not go after them, and they dare not collapse us. So it's a bit of a symbiotic relationship at the moment.
By sophistication, what do you mean by that?
As towns grow, there are certain class systems, and with that, there's a balance of power. Those that have it and those that want it. And typically those that want it will try and keep the shadier practices at bay, and there'll be some that indulge. And most of the time, indulging in these fantasies means working some of the political system, while I myself have no need of bending things and corrupting them. I merely go about as needed, but I do understand there are those out there that are not necessarily out there for the best interests of everyone.
No honor among thieves, so they say.
Hmm.
And if this group of people was, per se, exterminated, what would that do to the ecosystem?
Well, I don't know if exterminated is quite possible. They are fairly well ingrained, but the ecosystem would move forward. Certain things would be a little bit more practiced, but someone else would probably take its place.
Hmm.
There's always need for something in power to want something that's not really theirs to be had.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
Well,
This is true.
I by no means want to hold you here, but if you do have need of anything, you can always send word of a god to reach me, and I can reach out to you now that I know who you are. I can send a message.
Of course.
Thank you.
But you seem quite capable, so if I need you in the future, can I call on you for aid?
I don't see why not.
Awesome, thank you. It's been so long since I've known a good adventuring group out there. You seem
Thank you.
quirky, and she looks over to the small feathered one, kind of playing with the cup as it floats in air.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yes, that's one way to put it.
Yes.
Well met. So, let's just get you on your way. I'm sure the guards will want to clear things with me and with you, of course, and we'll get things going. So, one moment. She waves her hand, and all of the cups turn upside down on the little saucer and get brought over to the edge.
I was still like kind of holding mine, so it jarringly comes out of my hand, and I just
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, but it's time you be going, and we'll leave this on this floor. But here, and instead, she flicks her wrist across the back edge where she's got this little cluster of little baubles and gadgets and gizmos, and she picks up this ball. It's almost hairy yet weirdly elastic, and it's kind of tightly wound in the center, but really stringy on the ends. And she holds it in her hand in your direction, and it floats over and just kind of slinks its way and hovers itself in front of you.
I for sure take it.
So that should keep you entertained for a bit. I think it suits you better than sitting here collecting dust. Enjoy it. It's a little gift from me. From there, she invites you all to stand up.
I'm already standing.
And as you do, she whispers something to herself and holds her hand up and slowly pushes down as you can feel the floor now shift and start to go down. A window passes. Another window passes. Another window passes.
Are we going to ground floor?
Yes, we're just about there. And then it comes to a stop. And in front of you, you can see the wide double doors. From there, she's like, well, I'm sure the guards will ask you if their questions on the outskirts of the cloud top. They might bring you into the military district for questioning, but for the most part, you should be good. I'll give them the word that it gave you the once over and you seem to be truthful.
Thank you, your ladyship.
Thank you. You've brought some light to my day. Thank you. I was almost thinking she forgot about me and forgot about today, but thank you. Best of luck and best wishes on your travels.
And well met to you. I
The
go
do-
to the doors.
It was a pleasure, my lady.
Indeed, it was.
I will say exactly what Noravar said, in exactly his voice.
You're a
I
curious
grew up-
little one. Enjoy
I
the
helped Earl due to motion sickness.
There wasn't really that much motion, but okay. You might want to work on that. I thought you would have a sturdier constitution, Sir Thickness.
The mountains don't move.
Come on, guys, let's head outside.
Oh well.
I bow silently and leave behind the rest of the group.
I put you in the door.
So we're free to go wherever now, or are we still stuck?
We gotta check in with the guards first, and
Yep.
then I have a feeling we're more or less free to stay in the city. I think they said we need to stay here like overnight or like through the next day or something.
Okay.
If I
Yeah.
remember
I just
correctly,
have-
which
I
does give us enough time to achieve some goals. You can get the armor you need so you can become a battle mage. I can get the martial weapons training I need, I hope, or at least the proficiency in the one weapon. And then
Are we allowed anywhere in the city, or are there places off limits?
The cloud top is off limits. Thank you for bringing that up. As you guys exit the building, the guards immediately flank you, and all right, looks like you're done your business with Lady Allura. I'm gonna ask that you guys come with us just for a final bit of questioning. We'll take you to the military district where we'll just go through some questions, make sure your story lines up with what our mages have gleaned from the attack, and we'll let you on your way. But it does seem from what Lady Kima had, or not Lady Kima, what Lady Allura had sent over, based on her enchantments, that you do seem to be good-mannered people. Though curious, as he looks slightly over to the bird character, I'm assuming playing with Kush Ball.
Absolutely.
What, dude?
Yes, right. So, right this way, and we'll get you taken care of and out of here, and you'll be good to move around the city from there. I can recommend you can go to the Temple District if you need. The Central, really, you're just not allowed in the Cloud Top after unattended without status. That is where our elites stay, after all.
assuming if none of them want us to show up before we leave.
After questioning, we probably shouldn't need you again.
Works for me.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, we'll summon you back. We do have some mages in our midst that can reach you by any arcane means necessary.
Quite. So
Alright.
I follow the guards.
Okay.
I assume
So-
we all have to follow the guard.
Yep. So you're surrounded by about 6 other guards that are escorting you out of the cloud top and towards the military district. After you get to the edge, 2 of them stay behind in the cloud top, but the other 4 will take you over to the military district.
All right.
I'm
So the
walking
mil-
around like a like one of those teenagers in the mall that's just staring at their phone, but I'm staring at the ball, and I'm like pulling on it and just like not really looking where I'm going.
Oh dear heaven.
Whatever guard is asking me questions, I'm like giving him answers, but then I'm going off on tangents of stories from my past experiences.
Oh dear.
Nice. That's classic. So, as you get into the military district, you can kind of tell it's one of the smaller districts within the city, containing what looks to be clusters of barracks here and there, some instructional facilities for the arms of Amon, and standing military soldiers of the city, kind of like the city militia. You'll see inside men, women, elves, dwarves, and a few other smatterings of things you're not familiar with. You see a couple of tieflings. You see a few would seem to almost be semi-angelic Azamar as well, walking through. the military district. Some in beautifully decorated armor, some in standard armor, but this is what you're able to see.
Interesting.
Never thought I'd see them here.
Yep, so from there, you can identify a couple of interesting locations. One looks to be on the far side, a boot camp-esque location where you can see them running drills, training, an archery range. You see some people training in combat in an open field on the other side. And as you're walking up, you do see in the center of the district a tall, gaudy-looking town hall-esque building that
So-
seems to be a courthouse of sorts.
Hmm.
Right, well, we're gonna ask you a couple of questions in there, and then you should be good to go on your way. Anything you can do to help us find the ones that attacked you would be great, so we'll probably just ask you some general questions, and then we'll let you on your way.
As you wish.
Alright, so they escort you to the door where you're greeted by another couple of officers. From there, they give you a nod and say, welcome. I'll lead you guys to wait right in there. I'm going to point over at a little room that's got a nice round table. It seems to almost be like a conference room style where they meet.
Okay, I take a seat.
We'll be with you momentarily. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves as you need, but we just want to make sure we get a couple of arcane sketch artists to help with the investigation.
Hmm.
And they go ahead and close the door.
I will also take a seat.
I will do the sitting.
What time of day is it now, by the way?
It's getting to be. Ooh, let's go with. That was 12, 30, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So evening.
It's definitely the evening.
Okay.
It's 9 in the afternoon.
Don't you dare start.
There are worse songs.
I'll bet.
You're welcome to talk amongst yourselves while you wait, but it seems like you're waiting there a couple of minutes. I'll let you guys talk from here.
Hopefully this doesn't take too long. We still have to find a place to put up for the night.
Hmm.
Yes, and I have some business to attend to myself.
You're gonna go kill some thieves, aren't you?
No.
You better not ruin this for us.
I want to go kill some thieves.
You still gotta be in one piece so that way we can go get that chest plate or whatever you were planning on getting from that man you decided to have a boxing match with.
Yeah.
Should I make a deception roll? Where did AJ go?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a. Go ahead. I mean, you really don't need one. It depends on if someone.
Chat.
Because
Oops.
Isaac asked me if I was gonna go kill thieves, and I said no.
Well,
But
now
I
we know that
mean,
Wait,
he was
no.
lying.
I didn't roll a check to determine if you were lying or not.
Yeah, he
I
did.
immediately was distracted by Jake. So would a deception roll from you even be needed?
It would not. There was no insight behind it. So they just believe you.
Brian
The-
has to roll for insight first. Got it.
This
Yeah,
is Uh,
You don't
I
have to roll
challenge your
deception if someone.
response, and then you'd need to hide your response.
That's
with
all right,
nature.
Ryan. You would have failed anyway. So this...
A
Knowing
million.
your natural aptitude, yes. What'd you get? An
Rolled it.
18?
no, 24, but that's fine.
So you rolled an 18 and you added 6 points.
No, I rolled a 17 and added 7.
Whatever. Close enough.
Oh dear God.
this is out of character. I have created a list of things that I'm going to say for the questioning. So
Oh god.
Run for your lives. Take cover.
this should be fun.
Norval, you better take care of our feathered friends.
I don't know if we can be questioned at the same time.
And that's
Probably not.
exactly why I made this list.
The chicken
Well,
can
we
only
have-
repeat things he's heard, so he is obviously the best provider of truth.
And Elora obviously understands that he just parrots.
Hmm.
So I'd say we're all set there.
Next time we're in a serious situation, somebody should just narrate it word for word in character, so that Toby can just blot at people.
Well, I'm not blawing it. I literally like took my notes and the words that I'm like, oh, these are things that I'm going to like say in the future, and I wrote them in a list form.
They're out of character notes.
No, a lot of them are like, most of them are in character notes, and then I have quotes
Oh.
that I'm keeping. So yeah, this will be.
After.
I'm going
After-
to, wait. I'm going to take. Can we take a rest during this time or no?
Only about 10 or 15 minutes have passed,
No,
so
okay.
not quite rest territory yet. But at that moment, a frail yet stoic young man walks in, and next to him, you see a taller figure with dark black hair, chiseled features, well-built, broad shoulders, and nice attire that's almost perfect for his station.
Finally, someone worth talking to.
And he goes ahead and walks in. Hey, so I was told that you guys were attacked.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey!
Alright. Well, what is it? What's that one doing?
The bird doesn't speak much common.
Don't.
Huh. Right. Okay, bird. Go sit over there. All right. So, my name is Angus Scarbrand. I am one of the leaders here in this academy, as well as one of the higher ups when it comes to judge. Not necessarily a judge, if you know what I mean, but you know what I mean.
You're a lawyer.
Indeed. So, because of this, we're gonna go ahead and ask some general questions. I want to know what these characters look like, where they attacked you from, what actually rolled down in this scene. We'll clarify that with our mages that did some foresight to take a look at what had happened, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take that descriptions you described to this young scribe here, and he will go ahead and try to draw it using arcane means.
Uh-huh.
So,
Did we ever like actually perceive what they looked like?
Well, there was 2 of them on the ground, I think.
not general, like very bland, thuggish looking, 2 males. Then you had the mage that was a female.
So generally street trash.
what your
Street
character would
trash.
call street trash, but
Street
the
trash was the backup for some very wealthy-looking morons.
Hmm.
Is that about right?
they were dressed almost to blend in. So they were very. When you describe it, they seem to be very, very bland attire. Nothing really stood out, except for the mage. She was a younger female, human. What was a little bit different was she had long red hair down about half past her back, and she had. Um, Actually, I don't know if any of you were close enough, so that's all you can glean from that one.
I
Now,
do.
how old was she?
She was younger, but not necessarily in her teen years. She's probably, based on your rough estimate from where you were in the distance, you'd probably say anywhere from um, mid-20s, late 30s.
Hmm.
I do recall that the thug who led us there in disguise had a big scar on his face and one of his eyes was kind of messed up.
True.
Because he did lead us there in a magic disguise, and then next thing you know, he pulls off the disguise and says, "Give over the package or die."
And then we kicked their asses. Barely.
Barely. Because the four of you couldn't do much.
I was gonna say it was a little bit of dumb luck and brute force.
Yes.
They still have the head of the one you decapitated, right?
I have no idea. I don't think we killed anyone.
You didn't kill any of them.
Oh. I thought we did.
No, no, they got away.
Last I checked, and this is out of character, 3 hit points were all we needed to drop one of them. And we
Yep,
didn't do it.
yep. There's
Is this like the actual questioning, or is this just us trying to figure out if we knew what they look like?
I was giving a little bit of details of what they looked like, but we can use a little bit of blah to answer that question. But
But I don't
I'll
want
go
to
ahead. So that's what you called. You guys already had great notes about the other thing, so I don't have to recap that.
Mhm.
So the guard looks over to you and says, "All right, now in your words, sorry, all right, in your words, what happened?"
I'm gonna point at myself like, hey, me, pick me.
Oh no.
As apparently he's the most enthusiastic of the bunch. Yes.
He always is.
Yes.
I'm kind of curious. Is it just Squawks? You know what? No, go ahead. You. Yes, you with the feathers pointing at yourself. Yes, go ahead.
Frederick Esquire, you punched my horse, Alora, in the Cloudtop district. Arr, 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 arr. And then I'm gonna block my ears and mouth words, and then I'll make the ice crashing sounds. Bare knuckle couriers. Shit, there was a bear. I'm Alora. My lady, happy birthday to you. Well met. We need to ask you some questions.
Anyone want to translate for me here?
Okay.
Okay,
The courier was
Fuck.
who we met first.
So you met a
We
courier.
delivered a package for him to Alora. But whoever these fiends were, after we spoke with Alora, she said they might be members of the Clasp. They thought that the package that we were carrying was something much more powerful and valuable than it really was. We delivered the package to her, and now we're here now. In the fight that he's describing, there was a silencing spell, a giant pillar of ice. I used this giant golden bear spirit to give us an edge, which didn't last long. I'm still surprised nobody saw a giant golden glowing bear, but nevertheless, we barely made it out alive, and then Yeah, that's about it. They sort of suckered us in one area, but we were kind of careful about it, and we almost died on it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You were led astray by someone seeming to help, and you were ambushed. Now,
Yeah, this guy.
you brought up a couple of. Oh, go ahead.
So what happened is we come out of this tavern with directions to where to deliver the package because we weren't given much to begin with. And once we got that, someone came up claiming to be from that Cloud Top district. Next thing you know, he's leading us along the way because he looked like he belonged there. And we get ambushed in this deserted area. I'm all set.
It's a guy.
Well, he's a guy, so.
So you mentioned some powerful spells that happen. It's kind of hard that they must have really thought it was valuable. Well, I mean, if it was going to Allura and they heard about it, that's probably why. She gets some quite rare artifacts all the time. But you're lucky to be alive. By chance, was this caster? Did you happen to see the color of her hair?
Red hair, back length.
I was afraid you'd say that. You really are lucky to be alive. We've been after her for quite a while. She has a interesting relationship with the clasp. She's trying to change it, it seems. Oh, what used to be, thievery or petty corruption, manipulating things in the back end, things that never really hurt anyone directly. She's starting to take more of an aggressive stance. Not really okay with this over here. She's killed 12 people already. And she did transform someone into a goat.
Sorry, I just come from a place where those things are only the goat transformation is a joke. She actually did it.
They're still trying to transform the Elderman back, but she had some powerful counter spells built in.
I might be able to help with that. Let's talk later.
If you can, go for it. It stumped even some of our more astute members of the council. And not to mention we're sending the goat off to the Arcane Pansophical to see if they can make sense of it. But sure, we'll take your consideration into it. But I don't want to give too much away, but we've been tracking her for a while.
So, political revolutionary?
I really can't say her motives. We just don't know. She's been a thorn in our sides for the past 3 months. Whatever she's doing, she wants to do it quick, and she's doing it quick and dirty.
You know.
Intriguing.
Indeed.
If you say so. Well, you guys are lucky to be alive. She's only ever left, I think. Oh wait, Greg. How many is the Red Bandit left? Oh, that was about 6 people. She's killed 12 though. Yeah, we all know about the 12 number. We get it. But thank you. So apparently she's left 6 alive. They weren't exactly whole, if you get my meaning.
Ugh.
So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Sounds like a challenge.
Is there a bounty for this red bandit?
There is. You guys don't seem like bounty hunters. Is that something you guys would be interested in?
Well, we'll
We'll
put it
consider
up for discussion after we're finished here, I suppose.
Alright, well. The current bounty on her head sits at about 10,000 gold pieces. Alive.
I'm assuming less than half dead.
The terms on the term on the paper just says alive.
Uh,
So
fair enough.
up to you. I wouldn't mind if you kicked her a couple of times, but you didn't hear that from me.
Understood, sir.
Right. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and have you guys give permission for our arcane sketch artist to look into your mind and try and pull a couple of images. Do we have your permission?
Alrighty.
Cool.
Alright. I'm gonna need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I can't remember. Do I add my wisdom modifier to those?
Sorry.
So yes. And if you're proficient, then you'd also add the modifier.
Proficient in oh.
It's a saving throw.
There it is. I see it.
I rolled a 5.
I accidentally rolled a 14.
22.
18.
I too rolled a 14.
22.
Those of you that run a 15, you can feel a presence start to enter your mind, but you instinctively shrug and push it off. But the rest of you can feel almost as if someone is reaching into you and pulling a specific aspect of your memory out. And from that, releasing. And as you kind of shake your head, kind of a little bit dazed, you look up and you can see in front of you, glossed, wide-eyed over, is that frail young man sitting there, scribbling on a notebook in front of him, not even looking at the paper. Just deadpan stare into space. 1,000-mile stare. And he's taking that.
So I'm not super a fan of the whole like reaching into my mind thing, considering my past.
Yep.
I begin to scream when it starts, screaming "Don't" and "Let me go." And I
Oh boy.
kind of crumble over, and then like celestial words come out. Just a couple.
Can I understand what he's saying? Oh, no, wait.
You
Never
don't know
mind.
celestial. I don't know celestial. I'm just repeating what I heard.
Wait, so for those who rolled higher than a 15, we fight it?
You shrug off the effect.
So you ignore it, basically.
So you ignore it. The only thing that you can feel is you felt the presence trying to get in, but you kind of shrugged it off.
Oh,
It didn't.
Tomlin, you didn't roll a...
I got
You
a
did not.
14.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you rolled an 18. Never mind.
No.
Yeah. So, from that, the artist slows down, and as he does, he drops his head, looks up, and says, "Well, I couldn't get all of them, but a couple of them resisted. I don't know why. Probably should have told them first, but." Sorry.
Do you have enough to go on?
This is what I was able to put together. All right, let's take a look. Show it here.
Still
he
screaming.
Now that you mentioned that, he immediately addresses it and says, like, is that one gonna be okay? I didn't do anything to hurt him, did I? It shouldn't have been. It's just a quick mind scan to pull an image out. Are you
Nothing about him is routine or normal.
oh boy. What are we gonna do
No.
about this? Oh boy.
Calm
Oh
down.
jeez.
No,
He runs over and just kind of like cradles you and tries to like put his hand on you, and he casts healing word just out of kind of terror that he might have hurt you, and you feel about 5 points of healing energy invigorate your body, but that's really all he could do. Nothing to do with your mind. It's up to you how it took effect.
Okay. I'm assuming it's like a warm feeling.
Yeah, it's a warm feeling as your body is kind of rushed with healing energy.
Okay. Oh.
So he's just kind of sitting there as you're like curled up into a ball. He's trying to like cradle you into his lap. He's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh my god, you're so good. Oh my god."
I'll kind of like shake it off. I'll stop screaming first. I'll like kind of shake it off, and I'll just look at him and go, "Steve."
No, I'm Michael.
Your mother was a
I
hamster, and
look
your
over at
father
the head of the
smelled
group.
of elderberries.
Just let it go.
Hey, well, I'm glad you're okay, and I don't know what you just said, but okay.
Herdegabler.
Right. Do you still need me? No, you can get out of here. But leave the picture.
Steve.
I don't know what he's talking about. One of you guys will have to translate that later for me. But let's take a look at what we're in the pool. And sitting in front of you, you can see an arcane, shimmering picture that's almost a still shot of one of the middle of the battle. Perfect angle from kind of all your different aspects of the view. They can kind of build together almost a 3D picture. And they identify the red-haired woman, a couple of the thugs, the main ambush thug, all around.
Mm.
Does this look about what happened?
Yep, pretty much.
Right. Well, I'm glad you made it through. Glad you survived. But
Thank you.
we'll go ahead and continue to look for this woman. If you're interested about any bounties or anything like that, if you have any word on her, do reach out to me.
Very well.
You can send word directly here. It'll reach it to me.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, won't keep you much longer. You can go ahead and sign here and here, allowing for the release.
I pick up the coil and sign.
A paper gets handed around to all of you. I'm assuming you're all going to sign.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So this is good. But we'll work on getting them. This has been very helpful to the investigation.
Let us pray so.
All right. Well, you're free to move about the city. If you have any questions, feel free to stop any of the arms of the Mon. We'll be able to answer most questions. I wouldn't trust too many of the denizens inside of the central district. They tend to have their own interests first.
Hmm. Thanks for
But
the advice.
you're welcome. You have yourselves a great day. Now get the hell out of here.
Yes, sir.
I do just that, but I make haste. Being so unhappy.
Can you fly, or are you just waddling out of there like a penguin?
Oh, they can't fly. That's one of the things that was taken from them.
Yeah.
I'm not
Gotcha,
waddling
gotcha.
like a penguin either. Jesus.
He walks like a human being.
You never,
Gotcha.
I can show you a picture of what they look like.
I'll have to look them up again. It's just I spaced it, so I had to ask.
I'm still working on the drawing of Toblin, so you'll be able to see him eventually.
Okay.
So,
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Here is... Go back to my video.
Oh, you got video. Oh, we can see your full face.
Oh, okay. I see now.
that is a Kenku.
Thank you, sir.
That's not exactly what I look like. It's similar, but not. It's just
This is the
the
shape.
race. Yeah.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Can people actually see the Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
I can
well.
see it.
Shouldn't- Crap. Maybe I should have shown my face.
I mean, they saw it last time.
That's true.
yes.
Hi, people of the internet. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. Moving on.
So, I needed to get out of that voice, otherwise I was gonna get locked in.
Understandable.
So you guys find yourselves, it's wrapping up around 6 o'clock, 6:30. The evening is yours to do with what you will. You are still in the military district of Amon.
Jake, eyeball.
Let me.
I know.
I'll share this again to show you this. Can you see all the locations, or should I try and pull this up on and share screen?
We can
Is
see
there
that.
an online version of that?
No idea.
I'm gonna
Can you
find
pull out
out.
a little bit? Okay. There you go.
So
I'm
they
just-
bring it in just a little.
there we
Hell
go.
yeah,
Zero
there
point
is.
menu.
Okay. I will go ahead and.
I'm outside kicking rocks, waiting for the other
I
party
come
members
out.
to join me.
I joined Toblin.
I immediately go to find a blacksmith.
I think they'll probably be closed by now. We should go in the morning.
I'll
Yeah.
make them open.
I believe it is.
Oh,
No, you will
Hello,
not.
Glacial.
Wait, so what district are we in?
We're in the military district, and we need to go
Oh, there it is. I
to
see
the
it.
pomade, I think.
Promenade?
I try to catch up with Alcan, and I'm like, hey,
There you go.
should we go get beers?
Right. Just got my proverbial ass handed to me. I need armor before we get jumped again.
And we will, but let's find some place for the night, and then we'll go do our errands in the morning.
Besides, you and I both probably need to head back to the Erudite Quarter anyway.
To Torla.
You need to see the smith. I gotta see if there's anybody that'll train me how to use a pole arm aside from this thing. And I hang my quarterstaff sort of in the air, kind of like it's time for an upgrade.
Mhm.
I also need
Fine.
to see if I can find somebody who sells magic items. Damn, I should have asked about that before we left.
Oh well, you can probably ask around.
True.
Head in a specific direction.
What's the pomade called again?
Abadar's Promenade.
And that's where we came in, right?
That's where you came in the south section over here.
Okay.
Right here. And then
So we're gonna need to go there anyway.
Yeah.
We'll find lodging. In the morning, we'll find who you need to see. I'll find who I need to see. And then, because we'll both need to see him anyway. Actually, wait. He's probably not making weapons, is he? Depends on if he's an armorer or a full-on blacksmith. Never mind.
True.
We'll figure that out in the morning.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in the morning. Let's just find lodging at this point, cause
I need sustenance.
and I need sleep.
Is it agreed? Shall we eat, drink, and make some kind of merriment?
Preferably without a bar fight.
I mean, we'll see about that last.
You better not ruin this.
Hold on. Maybe we'll find an actual. I wonder if there's a fighting arena in this place.
Hmm.
Never mind. We'll figure that out later.
Yes, let's find an inn. Or a tavern. Or someplace that puts up lodging. So, do you want to head back to the Colonnade Promenade? Or whatever it's called?
Promenade?
Yeah.
Let's.
I will follow wherever the group goes.
Sounds good.
Noravar, are you with us?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Alright, let's roll. Or walk in this case. So we're going to go back to where we came in and find an inn with rooms.
The Abadar's Promenade.
Yes.
Alrighty. So you able to enter in, slowly meandering around. Do you guys just kind of keep an eye out? Or are you asking around? What are you doing to try and locate the inn?
I'm going to just lead us there.
So you're taking full charge.
I'll take like half charge. So like I'll lead, but I'll make it seem like somebody else is leading.
All right. Let me roll this real quick. All right. So on your way down through the military district, I'm going to see if you can still see my screen or not.
Yep.
But you're on your way through this passageway to the main entrance to the promenade.
Mhm.
You make your way across the bridge, and right as you pass over the water's edge, you find a building that has an interesting sign in front. In the back of it, it's almost like a sheet metal flagon that's foaming at the top as if it's full being poured out. And the location is called the Tipsy Tavern.
Clever.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, you could be.
So weird, not a weird question, just a question. Are there people walking around the streets?
Yes.
Is it Kenku normal in this city?
No.
Okay.
Hold up.
That's what I figured.
To give you a little bit of background on the city, there's about a population of 287,000 citizens. Of that population, it's mostly human, about 68%, with the minority being dwarves, elves. Dwarves are about 7%, elves about 6%, and there's about a handful of the other races out there that make up the rest of the 19% that are left over. Kenkus across the entirety of the Tal'Dorei continent. They're relatively rare. Only heard of in a couple of small clusters. But it's not so unusual that everyone's staring as you pass by, but it is enough to turn the casual head.
All right. And I figured, Kenku walking along with a Goliath turns a couple more heads.
Forgive me, gentlemen. I had to disappear as my laptop battery is very low and grab my charger. Have I missed anything of import?
People are looking at me.
We're an interesting group of folks.
The fellow's odd.
The druid with this elegant green cloak, the giant Goliath, the bird, the paladin who's just looking like, what the fuck am I doing here? And then Noravar.
Yeah.
Are the typical wares of the people in the Cloud Top district like robes?
Fanciful clothing. It's not just robes.
So
It's
jackets do count. Could I be mistaken for someone from the Cloud Top district?
no,
Okay.
not. There's travel worn, and then there's city worn clothes.
Listen, my jacket is always in the finest condition.
Okay. So, do we want to
Are
go
we deciding on this tavern and lodging, or are we trying the next one?
We might as well try it and see if they can spare us a couple rooms, or a few, depending on how things work.
Hmm.
Anybody else?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Works for me. I could use a drink after the day we had.
Hmm.
So I've changed the name of the name of the inn.
Okay.
It's called the Ugly Mug.
Wait, what was it called before?
It was the Tipsy Tavern.
Yeah.
Now it's the Ugly Mug, just because for my sake.
Well, when you build an inn on the sand, it can be very tipsy.
Okay, let's head inside and see if the innkeep has a couple rooms.
I agree.
So you enter into this establishment, and
Mhm.
you notice that it's a little bit lively at this time of night. You have a couple of an elf and a human dancing around as there's a small band playing, keeping jovial music, and then from there, people are tossing and turning, drinking, sharing stories. It's a lively environment. From there, as you walk into the tavern, you can see an L-shaped bar towards the back, and sitting behind the bar is a really rough and tough-looking dwarf who, across his face, is this 3-claw mark scar. When he was seemingly taken upon by some kind of enemy. As he's there, you can see he's built of sturdier stuff, kind of put a slight step up in the back to make it look like he's normal height. So he's looking eye to eye to every patron instead of behind a bar.
Smart move.
From there, you can see he has a nice leather apron on, kind of jovial clothes on there, a green shirt with cuffed sleeves, and then kind of traditional brown trousers. Slightly nice boots, but nothing too fancy.
I walk up to the bar keep.
What are you having, eh? What can I get you?
Hello, good sir. Do you happen to have lodging here?
Oh, we got the best rooms here side of the promenade. What can I get? How many rooms you looking for?
Well, we're a party of 5, so if we could have a couple rooms, that would be nice.
Oh, party of 5. Y'all like to sleep together, or is this you looking for 5 different rooms? I might not be able to fit 5 rooms, but I've got 2 or 3 that I left over that I can set aside for you tonight.
2 should be enough, good sir.
All right, sounds good. 2 rooms it is. That'll be for 5 of you. You getting food as well? And drinks?
Party? What do we say?
Why not?
Anybody else?
If you're getting food and drinks, your meal and 1 drink can be on the room charge for a slight fee. That way, instead of paying it individually, it comes out to be 5 gold a person per night.
Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay. But I ain't paying for everyone, so everyone has to cough up a little bit.
All right, Norvar, you better open your damn purse.
That'll be 20 gold.
I put up my 5.
I put up mine.
I put up mine next to Isaac. And I want to look Isaac dead in the eyes. And say, if you make fun of me again, this brim of my hat will be the last thing you see.
What are you gonna do? Kill the only person who can turn into a horse?
A horse? That's awesome.
Ridiculous.
Druid magic.
Dude.
Fun stuff.
You can run away because you look like kind of a cowardly sort.
Well,
You
let's
gotta
just
get up
say it makes it entertaining. Why are... It's fun running circles around your enemies before you kill them, don't you think?
Nah, I like to get right up and end it. Good
Fair
axe
enough.
in one hand, shield in the other. Go right after them. Nothing like the cry of battle. Well, at least it was. As he gestures slightly down and kind of taps his thigh, you can hear the jingling of metal and wood. As you look down and can see that he is missing part of his leg past the knee.
Ow.
And there is a slight prosthetic.
Impressive.
Yeah, well, you know, it's what happens when you go against Displace a Beast. Yeah, that thing, not gonna lie, it sucked. But, got in a couple of good licks. I got in some better ones. See for yourself. And he points up to the mantle, and on the mantle you can see the head of a Displacer Beast. Having been mounted, the still magical property had been left into it. It almost looks like it is shifting around in place, with an axe squarely left in its face, cleaving from the part where the ear would be and towards the eye, straight cleft into it and just stuck.
Now,
It-
that's impressive.
I agree, Druid. Impressive
Ah.
kill, Master Dwarf.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't my last. Maybe it won't be.
Who knows?
Just as long as y'all pay me. I'm seeing 15 gold here. Do I have the other 10 for the 20 gold total for 5 of you?
I'll
You
pay
mean
for my
25?
bird friend. And I slide over 5 more gold.
Okay, so that's everything, I think. Because you said
Question.
20.
It was 5 per person, right?
Yeah.
Question.
Who gets in free? How about that?
Hello?
Yellow.
Okay. So I just had my headphones plugged in for sound. I'm not sure if it cut off my mic. Have you been able to hear me?
Nope.
It cut off your...
Okay, so yeah, I was saying that I was paying my 5. So
All right,
Oh,
there
So
it
we've
is.
got the full 25.
All right. Well, that gets you a mug of ale or a glass of wine. Would any preferences?
Ale.
It's one ale.
I'll have the wine.
All right. So we got an ale, wine. You look
Wine.
like an ale. Oh, you're a wine man. Oh, surprising. The one that runs away likes wine. Go figure. You look like an ale man. Big fella. Oh, pretty tall.
bring me the barrel.
That'll be quick math. That'll be 100 gold for the
I
barrel.
really want Skywatcher to haggle him down from 100. See how that goes.
I don't think it will go well.
How about I give you 5 gold? I'm going to roll. Hold on, let me see which one's my highest.
You're good.
Which it- I'm gonna roll it as an intimidation check. I'm just gonna make
no.
myself look big.
This man just killed a displacer.
Fucking
beast.
kidding me?
I don't think you'll be terrified.
I rolled unnatural 10. Wait, I can add. Do I have my proficiency bonus to that?
Only if you're proficient in it.
Oh, I am.
Then yeah, you would.
So
If you're
12.
So 12.
Yeah. 100 gold.
Just give it up and take a tanker.
Actually, hey, wait a minute.
I stand on my tippy toes, and I say, 10 gold.
Oh no! Hold it! I've got an idea.
Unnatural 22.
Oh god.
You wouldn't roll again.
No. Okay.
No, you'd maintain. He rolled
Actually,
he rolled an 18 against you.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So
I was gonna say, if it's 100 for the whole barrel,
Yes.
I'm in the mood for a hangover in the morning.
Fine. I'll just pay the 100.
I was gonna say, how about we split it?
Oh,
5 ways,
sure.
whole barrel.
But if we split it 5 ways, then I won't be able to drink most of it.
I'll pass on the ale.
All right, fair enough.
I'll pay 100. I'll buy the whole barrel.
How much for a whole bottle of wine?
bottle, do you want a base bottle?
Do I want a what?
Do you want a nice bottle, or do you want what we give out as kind of like the house?
Well, what are the prices for both?
A bottle of the house, it's about 10 gold. Bottle of our finer stuff, we have the casks of Sherwood and Forest. That runs you about... What's our leasing batch? Let me make sure here. 40 gold.
I'll do the house wine.
All right, bottle of house wine. Got it. All right, so you're taking a barrel yourself. Looks like you could drink it by yourself, that's for sure. All right, so 100 gold from you, 10 from you. Takes it in, turns over, pulls out a couple of glasses. There are few of the glassware that he has isn't really glassware. It's kind of ceramic cups for the people that do drink wine in the area, but they're nothing fancy. He grabs it out, kind of takes one of the rags, cleans it out real quick, puts 2 of them down, and pours a glass from each from the regular bottle, and he hands you an unopened bottle on the table for the one you bought. The others that are drinking from the ale, he pours a glass for everyone, and these mugs are actually all hand-carved wooden. They're kind of shaped almost off-kilter and misshapen across, almost as if he wanted to really emphasize that these mugs are ugly. And they're really oddly decorated, weird flowers in certain places that just don't make sense. Odd angles and shapes to the actual holding of the mug is kind of like half cocked. And they're just a mess, and each one is totally different. None of them really repeat themselves.
This is nice.
And from there, he fills all the cups. All right, and then you, 1 second, goes over towards the back door, opens it up, and disappears for a minute, and then you hear something fall over and just clatter on the ground. Oh, damn it! And you hear a big grunt, kind of awkwardly shifts through the door, just holding the barrel kind of in front of him so he can fit through the door, and then once he gets up, he kind of side and goes, and slams it on the bar in front of you. And that's 1 barrel of ale for you. Well, I take it you're all good then?
One out of character question for you, AJ, because I've seen Kyle do this. I want to know if we can do this here.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
There's a list of 100 alcoholic beverages.
Here, let me send it to you. So it's a list of 100 alcoholic beverages, like D&D beverages, and some of them have like magical properties. Some of them have stat properties that you like get for a short period of time. So let me.
Guys, I gotta go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Perhaps we should take the break here then, so
I'm-
Kyle can explain this.
I'm madly distracted with my ball, and I'm just walking upstairs towards the rooms that I believe we have. I don't even have a key to get in. I'm just distracted by the ball walking that way.
Fair enough. So then, well, all right. Kyle, explain the 100 list.
Time to get drunk indeed.
Basically, you have the players roll a D100, and then you find it on the list, and you tell them what the drink looks like. They drink it, and then like some of them you can say like what the effect is right away. Some of them it's like it can be a while, like in the, we don't know what the effect is until it happens. So yeah, I just sent that to you on Messenger.
I'll take a look at it, but I don't think it'll be
That's fine.
anything that wasn't fancy bought.
They're very
Okay.
very exotic beverages. Oh, I wouldn't say exotic beverages, but it's not like your regular beverages.
Next time then.
So, wait, so the bartender also said that there was meals involved too. You get a meal with it?
Yep. Aye, that's right.
Are we?
Yeah. 1 second, I just took a drink of alcohol and I gotta make sure I don't cough.
I was gonna say, I know that Chris had to disappear for a moment. Should we take a break now until he returns?
That's true.
I feel it might be a good point.
I need to get some water, so. Some water.
Ooh. Okay, I'm back. If I held it in any longer, I think I might have died. For real.
What?
I said if I held it in any longer, I think I might have died.
Oh yeah. Same. So what is this thing about the chart that we're talking about?
We'll do it later. That's that's specialty stuff. That's nothing that you're buying house.
True. I have seen this chart. It is hilarious.
Well, I'm going to drink this entire barrel of ale now.
Oh dear heavens, please no. Please restrain yourself.
Glug, glug, glug. I'm gonna chug.
We are so screwed.
So
Listen, I took the most damage in the party last night. I can get a little.
As long as you don't try to fight everyone in the bar. If you do, I will have to stop you.
Oh,
I still only have 17 health points.
Well, a good night's sleep will do that better than drinking yourself into oblivion.
he's drinking himself to a good night's sleep.
Oh, I see.
So the meals that you guys will be getting come with a leg of chicken, a big piece of bread, cheese, and let's see, what else would they have? A bit of butter and honey.
How nice.
Meh.
I dig in.
I panic when I see the leg of chicken.
Figures.
A leg, a breast, or a thigh, depending on what you got, but they're all relatively the same size or same amount of meat.
Here we go. The great big random D100 list of tavern drinks.
I've heard of this.
Well, I rolled a 32, so now I want to see what it would be.
Oh, I see.
Isn't a D100 just a percentile dice?
Yes.
So
But-
how is he rolling a 32?
So
2d10s.
yeah,
One represents the tens place, one represents the ones place. Simple
Bingo.
math. And the answer is
Dragon milk. Not really milk or related to dragons. It's expensive white drink resembling milk, duh, that removes any alcohol from your body. As a result, you exhale fire in the form of a single burp resembling a dragon, so I can have my bender moment.
if it's any,
Dar-
awesome.
was that put in the chat? I ask to basically myself.
Look. It was not put in this chat, in the Discord chat.
Yeah, it's not in the Discord chat. That's fine.
What are we talking about?
The drink I got. I found the list on D&D Speak, and I just had to see what the drink was.
Yeah, that's the list.
Oh, stream has ended. What happened?
The stream that I sent of my screen is ended.
Oh,
I don't know if I still need to put that up if we're taking a small break.
Probably not.
I should go get more water.
Yep. So we're just taking a short siesta for those who want to quickly grab a bite. We'll pick it back up in, what do we say, 10 minutes, just to give people
Mhm.
a break.
5
So
or
we'll
10
be,
minutes should be good.
yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes will be nice. That brings us to another 45 minutes maybe of playing.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Oh, my ears. Now I remember why I hate headphones.
yeah, I tried to sneakily bite some of my food and put myself on mute while I was letting you guys talk it out, and like it was never long enough. I was like, dang it. I have not had dinner yet.
Question.
Answer.
Multi-classing. When you are leveling, right, under your normal subclass, it
Yes.
says, like, for instance, I'm looking at Echo Knight right now, just as an example. This is not in the player's handbook, it's just some a wiki I'm reading. For instance, like Echo Avatar, it says starting at 7th level. Is that specifically fighter 7th level or total 7th?
Fighter 7th.
So you know those chrome monoliths that have been popping up?
No.
So somebody has been putting up these random triangular chrome pillars just because they can. Apparently there's a video out here now of a group of individuals referring to themselves as true Christian believers who remove one and replace it with a cross, then chant Christ is King as the video ends. That's not creepy.
How nice of the Christians.
Yep.
Um, I rolled a 66 on that alcohol thing.
Now I want to see what you would have gotten. Hold on.
I have it open. 66. The drink is called the Maiden's Ass. A quadru- the Maiden's Ass.
Oh god.
A quadruple beer served in a bottle with a doggy and a pretty girl on the label. Sweet but strong.
With a donkey and a pretty lady. Ah, I get it.
I want to read you the longest one, which is 7. It's called Weatherby's Whirler. No, that's mine. My cat wanted my D20. Invented by the perhaps too invented Philbus Weatherby, this drink is a testimony as to why it's a bad idea to point a gnome's sharp mind towards the creation of a new brew. After spending many years among the dwarves, Weatherby made his way home with a drink even the stout folk couldn't handle. This monstrosity is laced with latent magic designed to lessen the chance of the drinkers dying from its ungodly alcohol content, and reportedly tastes like a kick in the face from a horse. After one shot of this drink, the drinker is shunted into a chaotic haze of blurry awareness, bolstered confidence, and overpowering drunkardness. In addition, the latent magic in the brew causes minor uncontrolled magical effects to occur around the drinker at random times during the haze. The nature of these effects is up to either the DM or the player, so as long as the effects are sufficiently insignificant. After 1d4 hours, the haze drops away, and the drinker immediately and almost violently falls into a deep sleep so that they may recover.
Oh, that's great. That's just great.
Well, goddamn.
Man, we're down to 1 viewer. That's me.
Oh, well then.
We were up to 7 at one point.
That's okay. It's
Don't
okay.
worry, people will watch it later.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I do apologize. I know many of my my friends who typically watch the stream. This is just one of their busiest weeks of the year for them.
That's okay.
The majority of them. So.
I'm not bothered by it.
I shared it with my other D&D friends.
I'm-
They were interested, but I don't see them here.
This channel is currently not for attempting to make money. This one is for fun.
Amusement.
Basically, whenever I have a chance to stream on this one or play on this one, I'll try. But recently, it's just been the D&Ds. I think the
That's
YouTube, like the playbacks for these videos on the what is it? On the Twitch channel have tons of views.
Nice.
Oh, I have a quick question for all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to start up this campaign with some of my friends who are pagans, because I'm one of them. And one of my thoughts was, how do you make different kinds of firearms? Because I'm thinking of putting firearms in this campaign. And I'm trying to think, okay, so we have basic flintlocks, but what else can I do to make it, vary?
Boxes, long range. You can have it customized and tinkered. There's gunslinger classes that you can utilize. It really just depends on what you want them to have for complex weaponry for firearms. Like a revolver, multi-barreled gun instead of it being just a single barrel flintlock.
Yeah, like I was on the web and I found this weapon called a volley gun, which is basically which is 7 barrels. You shoot it once and 7 bullets spray out. It's like a blunderbuss almost. Except it takes forever to reload.
I mean, if you think about it, the gnomes are a very inventive race, so like anything's possible.
Gnomes and dwarves, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, right now I have 3 kinds of weapons, and I'm thinking I might try and put all of them in. So we have flintlock, We have repeater, which is basically like 6 chambers in the gun, and you shoot them one at a time or shoot them all at once, depending on how it works. And then there's clockwork, which is basically fantasy semi-autos, so to speak.
Whenever you roll me a d10. Doesn't matter who, just roll me a d10.
In
I got a 10.
You roll a 10.
in my campaign, I have a couple of
Roll again.
energy weapons.
4. Okay.
I got an 8.
1.
Someone already said they rolled a 4, so I went with that one.
Correct.
So I have like a. I mean, a lot of these ideas came from or are on Pinterest,
Okay.
but like I was able to take the concept art and turn it into something that I wanted in the campaign. So I
Bless you to whoever that was.
have like they're energy like pistols, and you get 2 of them, and they both do 1d4 lightning damage. So it's not a whole lot, but they have 20 shots, and then you have to reload.
Neat.
So,
Interesting.
but you can only use like 5 shots in 1 turn, or
Interesting.
6. So like you can use 3 from each gun, and it only does 1d4 lightning. The range is 40, 160, so because they're pistols. And then there's a bonus action, and the 2 pistols transform into a longbow, and it's 2d6 lightning with a range of 150 to 600, but you need to purchase rail arrows, which is something that is plentiful in the location that they're going to be playing in.
Chris, I would just even do an internet search. There's probably so many things out there that people have already made that you could use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand. I just was trying to get an opinion.
Oh no, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because basically I'm just thinking I don't want to overload them with guns and then say, oh, you want to use a longbow or a crossbow.
Right.
And plus I'm thinking that there ought to be races that might refuse to use firearms.
In that instance, I have a lot of like energy swords.
I see. Okay, 10 minutes is up, so let's get cracking. Thanks for your advice, gentlemen.
I think it's been well over 10 minutes.
It has been well over 10 minutes.
No, just hit 10 minutes.
Oh, did
Since we said 10 minutes.
Yeah, hit 10 minutes since we said 10 minutes.
Okay, fine.
Alrighty.
Sam. Dean.
So, last we left off, for those joining us again, for this small little break that we had, our heroes had made it to the Ugly Mug, where they had ordered rooms and dinner. Why don't we go ahead and bring things back up to speed as we round up dinner? You guys all had your meals delivered and drinks delivered. You still have the rest of the night to do with what you want, or if you want to get it the next day, let me know.
Sleep.
What time is it?
Probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Now that you guys have your rooms and drinks. The sun has already set, so it's starting to get dark out.
Yeah, I want to look at the map of Amon again.
Okay.
Does,
I can turn
No.
on.
I got it here.
Okay.
I got it.
I'm going to go up to my room and just pray for a bit.
Just don't look at the names of some of the locations outside of the legend. Like, don't look at the legend.
I
'Cause-
think the one that I'm looking at is a different map than what you have, so It just tells me the districts. It doesn't tell me anything else.
I'm in bed. I've had a
I'm
long
also
day.
going to bed.
In case you weren't aware, he isn't dead.
I did a lot of talking today.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just go to sleep. I did a lot of shit.
Yes, you did.
I
Well,
held a package for so long.
it's like that guy who's not letting go of the ball at the Super Bowl. He's just running at one guy after another. Well, I might as well just hang out with Akan while he's working on that barrel.
Oh, I do finish the entire bottle of wine by myself, by the way.
Glug glug glug, motherfucker.
Pretty much. Damn.
Should
Alrighty.
I roll anything for that?
Yeah, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Guess whose constitution is high? Not mine.
Big United States.
Actually, my constitution's not bad. It's a 13.
What's he
Ooh.
rolling the con for?
18, baby.
You rolled an 18, whole
Yeah.
bottle of wine.
Mhm.
You are quite drunk, but not to the point of being sick. You are very
Nice.
contently buzzed.
I'm content. Yeah. That bed's looking real warm.
How's how's our Goliath friend looking?
Have you been drinking of the barrel?
Yeah, for a while now.
So you're probably what? That'd be your size. Roll a con. How you think you would just been continuously drinking throughout the past hour?
Oh yes, I'm very upset.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. You can go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
He just did a number crunch.
-3.
14.
You're starting to feel a little bit buzzed.
Okay.
You're not a small person. You do drink alcohol.
I mean, I'm not that small.
I mean,
I'm 5'5". Damn.
but compared to the Goliath.
Yeah, I know.
So the
His
He's only had a-
barrel is equated to my wine.
yeah. I mean, if drinking for an hour, he could probably slam at least 20 beers, which is only really not even a quarter of what's in a barrel, which is 144 glasses thereabouts.
Oh God.
So
We'll never need to buy alcohol ever again.
Goliath just takes the barrel with him.
Well, he did pay for it.
He did.
That's why I said
That is impressive.
all right, so you are
I go up to my room to do some prayer, and then I'm going to sleep.
I stare in amazement at our friend who downed the barrel. I nod. And
Finishing
now
the
I'm
barrel.
going to bed.
he's trying to.
I'll stay up with the Goliath just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Probably a good idea.
The two drunks will stay in.
Alrighty. Are you still drinking throughout this next hour then?
That bottle, yeah.
Yeah.
They were talking about Skywatcher.
Skywatcher, because he's drinking a barrel of booze. Why don't you roll me another Constitution saving throw?
Oh God.
16.
Damn it.
He's hanging in there.
Ooh, you're hanging in there.
He is hanging in there.
The DC is going up every time, but yeah, no, you're about pretty well drunk at this point, but not to the point where you're stumbling all over the place. But you're definitely in a good place. You're happy. You're bubbly, and so you're feeling. I wouldn't necessarily be happy and bubbly, but you're feeling really good.
Am I hugging people in the bar yet?
If that's your version of this level, then yes, you'd be.
Yes, sir.
But mind you, you're hugging like these humans that are much smaller than you, and you're like wrapping your arms around them and engulfing
I
them.
love you, little people. You always try so hard.
I just yell out drunkenly, "Don't mind him, he means well."
Okay, if you say so.
I go up
Get
to the
on
bartender.
bad side. But I'll be
I go up-
here now.
I go up to the bartender and I look at his leg and I say, "So, are you a dwarf, or did somebody jip you with the fake shit?"
He already told us this.
Oh,
Shit.
Well, you do know that I'm a dwarf, right? This was a little bit of a casualty due to putting that monster right there down. He's still got a trophy for it.
I pick him up by the armpits and I run him around the bar like a little airplane.
Oh,
Oh, go.
Before you can even pick him up. Let me make sure here.
Oh, dear God.
Ooh, does a 19 hit?
It really hits, yeah.
Okay. He conks you a good one on the head.
Conk.
Just
Oh, no.
just barrel fisted down as he notices you trying to pick him up. He bonks you right in the head for 1 point of damage, and it sends you stumbling back before you can even pick it up. He says, "All right, now I'm gonna have to ask you real politely here. I don't want you coming anywhere near me like that, okay? I don't know you that well. You stay over there, drink your beer, go to bed."
I just wanted, and then I'm just gonna start drinking again.
I am glad.
I'm just
I-
picturing you picking up the barrel and just drinking straight from the barrel.
No
Um,
tap either. Just
Yeah, just
pulls the
glug,
cork
glug.
out of the hole.
So go ahead and roll me another Constitution saving throw.
I already did.
And you fail.
12.
Oh, God.
You drink and it's just glug, 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 and then you're like, okay, sit it down. Let out a monstrous burp and just go. Hiccup. And your face slams down straight on the table.
Good night, you foul beast.
Whoa.
Just
I'm gonna laugh at him so hard.
and you can just hear.
Thud.
Strike 3!
You're a chicken. And you
Completely
are
like
just
unrelated, but kind of related. After he says, "You're a chicken," you hear celestial screams from upstairs. But it's not like a lot. It's just like 2 words.
Oh, boy.
oh, perfect. And so, yeah, the Goliath is down for the count, and the as he fell down, his head slammed against the table,
Broken half.
and the table broke, and then the keg that's left of beer fell on top and is
Oh,
slowly
God.
dripping out of the bunghole. All over him.
Disgraceful.
And yeah, that's what happens to Skywatcher.
Oh, boy.
It's at this point I wait. No. Okay, I'm
You
gonna
can't-
try and move the barrel. Is it on top of Skywatcher?
No, that's like leaning on him. It's not like on top. You can easily.
Alright, well, I'm still gonna help take the barrel off of him.
Alright. So you lean it off of him. It's about half full at this point. Since it's spilled quite a bit on him, a little lower than half full, I should say, since it was at an angle, and the bung is pretty much at even with the barrel, so it stops it from running out. But he's still passed out, snoring,
Not for the
mumbling, and covered in beer.
Lovely.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw. One more time, Jake.
All right.
This is to see how long you stay there.
Better.
10.
Oh,
Oh no.
Hold on, AJ, I got something. 1, 2, 3. He's out.
Yeah, no. So, yep. I mean, you're face down right now on the ground, collapsed. That's about all you know.
Nice.
So,
Well, what does
Kyle, what do
Norvar know?
yeah, what Norvar? What do you want to do? You leaving him there, or what's your plans?
I want to feel like as we drank, we bonded a little bit. So I'm going to attempt to drag Skywatcher. Are our rooms upstairs?
There was one room downstairs and 2 rooms upstairs. Or no, it was 1 up and 1 down because you only bought 2.
yes.
Which room did Torla and
I'll take the
Take-
downstairs one.
you took the downstairs one? Great, makes my life easier.
I'm upstairs.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to attempt to drag Skywatcher.
Hey, Jake, you went offline. Oh, never mind. He's back.
Alright, I'm
going
back.
to
Yeah, I
attempt to
dropped.
Drag Skywatcher over to his room.
What's your strength score?
It's a 12.
Okay. It'll take you a little bit, but you can slowly drag him. What's your passive perception?
11.
Okay. I mean, you're dragging him and quite up on him, so you notice something.
Okay.
Well, you're not really sure why. I mean, you know he was covered in ale, but that was kind of like on his back and a little bit on his shirt. But there's a lot of wetness down the trousers.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh dear God.
Apparently, he had a little accident.
I'm gonna close my eyes and keep going.
Close my eyes. You.
Well, you need your eyes open to the walk.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
I already know the direction of my destination. I don't need to look.
So, about 15, 20 minutes of pulling him and dragging him inch by inch. Some of the patrons are helping out. They come over just because they want him gone. So they have more space in the bar.
So I get over to Torla and Isaac's room, and I just like kick the door open, and like, this is your problem now, as we just drag him in the room.
I just look over to him and I just said, "Let me guess. Halfway through the barrel."
Not even.
Terrific.
I'll leave him here. I think I'll sleep in the hall.
Mm.
2 beds in there, and you can leave him on the ground if you want.
Are there 2
Yeah.
beds in my room, in mine
Yep.
and Toblin's room? Because I don't think Toblin sleeps. Wait, Toblin, do you sleep in a bed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you had.
I don't build a nest.
different-
Hello.
So I didn't know if you slept standing
He
up.
takes all the pillows.
Build a fort.
Not gonna lie, up until we got that picture of the Kenku, every time Tobin was asleep, I pictured him perched on a window, like bird's nest.
I'm just gonna like slap my hands off and then go upstairs to my room and go to bed.
So for the 2 of you that are in the room with Skywatcher, oh boy,
Yeah.
he don't smell very great. Um,
I just decide to go out to the bar and tip the and ask the bartender how bad it was, and then we'll go from there.
He seemed like he had a little bit of a night. It's trying to pick me up, but I knocked him one of the noggin, told him not to. But he was making good headway on that barrel. But looks like he couldn't hold his liquor past a couple, about 26 to 30 beers, 40, maybe 40 beers. Well, kind of looks over at the keg that he slid behind the bar now, so it doesn't get taken by anyone else. Kind of jiggles a little bit. He's like, nah, well, I'd probably say, let's say a good 45.
Do I see the broken table?
You do. It's kind of in pieces,
As
Um,
broken
the table.
tables are.
but
Um.
like it's kind of shuffled off to the side and been replaced by another table.
So how much was the table?
Oh, it might have kind of you. It's only a couple gold to replace a table. It's not the first time that a patron's passed out and broken a few things. We keep just in case a slush fund. That's why some of the costs are a little bit higher than normal. But if you want to pay for it out of the goodness of your heart, I wouldn't say no to a couple gold.
Here's 2 gold for the table, and 10 gold for his behavior. I have a feeling that tip would be much needed.
Much obliged. You know what? I'll send a hearty breakfast for hangover cure over to him and to your team then.
And perhaps a bucket of warm water in the morning. I have a feeling he might need that. Maybe
Thinking he might need a bath. But
bath in the house, or should we send him elsewhere?
I mean, I do have a bathroom, but it's yeah, I would take him somewhere else.
Got it.
Just put him outside, and we'll throw a couple buckets of water over him. He'll be fine.
I like the way you work.
It's not the first time. Certainly won't be the last. Well, thanks again. It was much obliged of you and mighty kind. But
Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with the night. You have a good night as well.
You too.
Did you say continue on with the night, or did you say titty on with the night?
I said, continue on with your night and have a good one.
Oh, okay.
Titty on the
Titty.
Demented.
Right. So, you've dragged him off into the room. You've set him aside, and you go up to your room.
Yep.
Nestled into the bed, on the wall closest to the window, all the pillows are all of a sudden gone, all on his bed. And Toblin's kind of bundled them all up and cozied up inside of them.
You hit him on the nest.
I wouldn't say it's a nest, but it's definitely comfortable.
It's a fort.
It's nest-like.
It's nest adjacent.
See, 'cause that's what I remember from the last time we slept in a tavern was like Tobin took a bunch of pillows and just slept on them.
Yeah, that was when we had one room. He just took a bunch of pillows.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna get to bed and friggin' sleep.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm done praying. I'm going to catch some Z's.
Norvar, do you try to take a pillow?
Oh, you have all the pillows?
Yes.
Certainly does.
Since spending many nights with you before, no, I do not take one of the pillows.
That's a good choice.
Good choice indeed.
All right, so I'm gonna need Jake. Can you roll me another Constitution saving throw?
Oh, okay.
Joy.
10.
Fucking kidding.
Good.
You're shitting me. All right.
10.
Well, both Isaac and can't believe it, and Torla. You kind of hear something. Just a.
Oh, crap.
Wait, I can't even do it.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's farted.
He done
Oh,
shat
oh.
himself.
Oh,
The,
crap.
the smell gets worse.
Oh, terrific.
All right. So you both pass out and hope to soon, and we'll wrap up the night there.
Okay.
It is now the morning.
And we have recovered, right?
You all gain your hit points back, spell slots, a full night's rest. Only one of you has a pounding headache.
Wonder who?
Speaking of pounding headaches, around the 7:30, 8 o'clock mark, you can hear a light knock on the door.
I get up and check the door.
All right. You open the door, and standing in front of you is one of the barmaids. She's like, "Oh, hi. I was told that you guys had breakfast waiting for you in the morning.
Oh,
From
no.
So I've got some eggs, some bread. I was also told to bring a bucket of warm water.
Yeah.
So here's this. I didn't know what you guys were doing before, but I've included a towel just in case for you over here as well.
Thanks.
Hey, hey, DM.
Yep.
Does she notice the smell?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She is trying to be very polite.
It would
Most
seem
of
that
the-
our
Most of the
friend overindulged.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll bring you
Wait.
another bucket and another couple of towels.
Could you bring us also a bar of soap, and if we can't get him clean here, or get him to clean himself here, bathhouse?
Bathhouse up the street, down the road. You'll see it across on the river.
Thanks.
No problem. And as for soap, give me a second. She runs out,
Okay.
runs back in, and just hands like this little bag of powder. Says, "Well, this is the best I got. It's not much. It's mostly for dishes, but anything for that. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
yeah. Good luck.
Yes.
Good day." And she walks away.
Wait, does this place have a window?
Sure does.
We better crack it.
Crack it. Blow the window out. What the?
That should be wide open by now.
Just Eldritch blast that shit.
Okay, fine. I will open the window all the way that it goes.
All right. It opens up another half inch. No, I'm just kidding. So, windows wide. Birds are starting to chirp. Business around town starting to open up. You can hear the bells from the church across in the temple district, a little ways away past the military. So,
All right, so
When-
we gotta wake him up
Mhm.
and get him to clean his ass up,
Yes.
and then I gotta help him find that merchant.
Well, the
I
bathroom.
gotta see somebody about training, and I gotta find some magic items.
Yeah,
and
first-
break the bank.
Yep, but first let's get our giant friend moving.
So we got 2 buckets of water. We got the soap. She said she'll probably come back with more later. I roll to kick Jake awake.
you don't really need to roll. You can just do it. He's unconscious.
Okay then.
And
I kick
prone.
Jake awake.
You
Ah!
wake up to a sharp pain in your ribs. Your head is pounding.
What
The The room is still half spinning.
Oh God.
You don't feel very good, and your pants feel sticky.
When the dry heaving starts, great.
Terrific.
I think I shit my pants.
Indeed, you did. You
It
are
was so
betrayed.
sad.
All right, so we got 2 buckets of warm water and a thing of soap.
Don't let Tobin.
We're gonna
say
take
that.
our chunk of the food
What?
and head out.
You give me
You
20
clean
minutes.
yourself up.
What did you say, Norvar?
I said,
And if
don't
you
let
still
Tobin
smell
hear that
afterwards-
you shit your
Auken, if you still smell afterwards, you and I will head over to the bathhouse where you can get cleaned up and I can hang out with the ladies while I wait.
The ladies.
Have Norvar and I been woken up?
Guys are waking up right about now, because they were taking care of that room first.
Okay.
But you hear a gentle rap on the door.
I spring to life and open it.
Oh, good morning, good morning. I was told that you guys had breakfast prepared for you and ready, so I've brought it up for you. Yeah, some eggs, some bread, some cheese, and if you need, I can send up a glass of milk.
Fucking damn
I'll sneak it in.
it. Yeah.
I have
Oh,
a silly, silly question.
Mhm.
Is our room directly above theirs?
No, it is a. So
Above.
as you go in, the stairs go up off and to the right.
Mm-hmm.
The room that they walked into is directly in front. When you walk in, you have the main bar, and then just a little off to the right-hand side when you're looking in, there's that room. That's where they were.
Okay.
You were up and to the left.
I imagine we're in a room above the bar.
Yep.
Okay.
When the door opens, you don't really get too much wafts of anything. You're pretty decent distance away.
Do I know where they're sleeping?
Yes.
All right.
Oh no.
I will grab a piece of toast and liquids of some sort. Walk downstairs to their room, and I will cock-a-doodle-doo as loud as I can.
Oh,
As he's leaving the room, I'm just going to call out to him. If you're going where I think you're going, go.
that
Toby
happens.
crows like a rooster. I'm actually opening the door so it's even louder.
I'm literally rolling on the ground, holding my ears at this point.
I say one last thing. I say, Torla, you're welcome to come with me. I gotta venture through the area district and try to find everybody that I'm looking for. Arkham, clean your ass up.
Sounds good.
And then I walk out,
And I follow.
chewing all the way.
I look down at him.
I can scrape up.
I look down at him, who is clearly writhing in pain from my very hilarious stunt, and I say, "You seem like a fancy boy," and then walk away.
Savage.
Oh
Wow.
boy. I'm gonna regret letting you have the keen mine.
Savage.
You're going to. You haven't already.
We'll see. So, we are now pretty much. You guys can do whatever you want. Do you guys want to kind of split up, and do you want me to just kind of take it group by group on who wants to get what done this morning?
Well, I know Isaac and I are looking for weapons, so that might be a good place to start for us.
Yeah. I'm looking for a glaive, training to use it, and magic items.
And I need armor.
Well, first you need to clean yourself up, then get the armor.
So
Yeah.
we'll kind of say we flash forward a couple of minutes, let you clean your butt up.
Literally.
Not too hard. It's not the first time you've gotten real dirty. Maybe it's the first time you pooped yourself, but you notice when you open up the door after rinsing thoroughly and rinsing your clothes off in the buckets. There's another bucket with the washboard if you wanted to use it. So it takes you an extra 5-10 minutes, but you get your clothes clean, you get yourself clean as best you can with a bucket of warm water that slowly gets cold over time. And your clothes, after being wrung out, a little bit wet, but manageable. You might chafe a little bit, but better than being the other thing. So we'll take it in 2 parts. So I'll let you guys go to one of the weapon shops. You guys want to go to the one that we mentioned?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going over there. It's kind of an all-in-one blacksmith, bosun, Fletcher, pretty much an all-around weapon shop. And then a few doors up, there is a recommendation he makes for armor. But what would you guys like to look for?
I would
Well, I
like to
only
look,
need the pole arm.
I need a bow and arrows to replace this garbage javelin I have.
All right. Alrighty. I think I can find the properties I need in this. If not, I'll have to get the other book. I think I'll have to get the other book. 1 second. It's right on the floor here. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Evening.
Well, welcome to my shop. We have quite a bit on offer. We have weapons of multiple varieties. Swords, shields, axes, spears, poles, and then of course we have some nice new bows. I got a couple of fancier ones over here, but some base levels right here. Crossbows, short bows, long bows, right here. And then in this section over here is kind of our ammunition area where you can get a couple of arrows, maybe some specialty ones, and things over here. But everything that you see is for sale. Just let me know and I can give you a price.
I see the glaive, but I have a question.
All right, I can provide an answer.
Do you know anybody in this town who could teach me how to wield it properly.
I mean, depends on the kind of training you're looking for. You're looking for um, utilitarian usage, where actual live combat and um, requests of that kind of nature? Or are you looking for just more of the study of the way of the blade, as some enthusiasts say?
I'm not looking for that today, but I'll take the teachings of a master anywhere I can find it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're probably best bet for just a quick crash course would probably be going to the military district. I hear Scarbrand leads a couple of classes up there, and he knows some good contacts up there. It's probably who I'd recommend.
Thanks. Okay, so DM, now I have an out of character question for you.
Yes.
Would me pursuing training in this city be an acceptable way for me to, if not learn how to use martial weapons, learn how to use just this one weapon?
If you're only training for a day, you learn how to use the weapon, but you don't gain proficiency bonus. If you train for a week, you get the proficiency bonus. You train for a month, you get full martial weapons.
Okay. I'll have to see about how to unlock that as a skill as well. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. All right, and then
And let's see. So you have longbows here, sir?
sure do. We got some oak made. We have some fine enchanted elven wood. We have a few just kind of cedar, some nice wooden ones, and then this one of my own design. It's an experimental model, but it should provide a little extra kick. It's a little inlaid with some extra wood metal reinforcements.
I see. So how much would it be for an oaken longbow?
So an oaken longbow would run you. Just making sure I have that. That would run you about 75 gold pieces.
Hold on, I'm just doing some math here. And if I wanted to get, say, 30 arrows, how much would that add on?
Cluster arrows, just traditional arrows.
Just traditional.
Traditional 30, I'd say 5 gold. Even 80.
You got yourself a deal. And I slide over eight what are they called? Platinum pieces.
Platinum? Oh, well. Much obliged. There you go.
Thank you. Also, do you buy weapons?
I do. Just depends on their condition. I can offer you a price for them. What are you looking to sell?
I take out the javelin and put it on the counter. Just this one. It's been useless.
Well, doesn't have much of a sale value. I can give you a silver for it.
Fair enough.
All right.
Get rid of it.
All right. Here you go. Here's the silver. It takes the spare. You over there. Go put this with the ones to be refurbished and put into place. Thank you. And sends off one of his attendants.
I'll just wait. Spears.
What kind of spear are you looking for? I've got kind of your pole arm. I have a pike. I also have a trident. I have glaives.
The basic spear will have to do for now. I'm short on time.
Basic spear it is. That is just a traditional, simple melee weapon. Would you want wooden, enchanted with elven wood, cedar, anything fancy? Just a base standard spear.
Enchanted spears, you say?
Yep. We have +1 spears. They're enchanted to provide a little bit more resiliency and almost help guide your hand to hit your target a little bit better. They're made of some fine elven wood, but it is but a simple enchantment, so one much more than what it is. So the spear itself is a gold. When you add on the enchantment, that kicks it up to 75 gold.
Let's keep it simple then. Just a regular old steel tip.
Okay. That's 1 gold.
I flip him the piece. With my
Catches it.
thumb. Does he
Puts
catch
it-
it?
Yep, he catches it. Thank you kindly.
Do you know
Feel
any
free to-
vendors in this town?
Oh, there's a few here and there. A couple of odds and ends, but the most popular is Gilmore's Glorious Goods. It's a little bit towards the center of the promenade.
Is it this store that does the armor, or is that a separate store?
Oh, you're looking for armor. If you go up just a couple of stalls, you'll actually see a big sign. It's called the Invulnerable. Nope, it's not called that. That's another thing. Crap.
The vulnerable crap.
Nope. It. I was gonna say another bar name that I had.
Oh, I see.
No, that is the Shielded Lily. Right up the way.
Cool.
Feel free to tell him I sent you.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Any other questions?
No, sir. I think I'm all set. Thank you
Alright.
for your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Come back if you need anything else. But look forward to seeing you guys again in the future. Always happy to arm an ally. Have a good one.
Yep. We walk out.
All right.
I'm gonna go look for that magic shop.
I will join him.
I will let Jake go first to get armor because it's been a long venture for him.
Yes. I can imagine.
So you walk up the road, and as you go by, you do walk past the Shielded Lily. And on the outside, it seems like a simple shop, but the actual sign itself is that of 2 lily flowers crossing themselves, facing outwards, surrounded in the center by a iron shield with the Shielded Lily.
Alright. Cool.
You walk inside, and as you do, you're greeted by a beautiful, kind of well-built. I wouldn't necessarily say portly, but athletic build. She definitely works for the shop and knows her way around the tools. But you see a elven woman, hair tied up in a nice bun to keep it out of the way, with dirty blonde. Maybe it's from maybe it is blonde, but it's just dirty from the soot in the air from making the armor. But dusts her hands. Oh, welcome to the Shielded Lily. We have many armors. What can we do for you today?
I need something that'll prevent me from getting stabbed so much.
Oh, well, you've come to the right
Gesturing
place.
to my clearly many wounds at this point.
It does seem like you look to be a little bit of a pincushion. Why don't we go ahead and fix that? Are you looking for heavy armor, light armor, medium?
I would prefer medium armor. Right.
Medium armor? Okay. So we got a couple of different things we can do for you. We can do some chainmail. We can do scale mail if you wanted something a little bit more firm. We could also do a breastplate that gives a little bit more. It's a little bit more costly as it is a full plate, but doesn't come with any disadvantages. Because I'll make sure it's adjusted to your body type, and then we can go above and beyond from there. And I can try and work with some unique metals. I do have a couple of things that might increase the cost a little bit, but can make it a little bit better than a normal item, if it is something you're interested in.
What's the most expensive thing you have that would quantify as medium?
Well, I do have a breastplate. At least I have a breastplate worth of. Where is it? I was just looking at it. It's expensive. I have silvered steel, otherwise known as mithril, that we can make it out of. It costs about 2,000 gold, and it would, just on an average, out of a class of armor, it would be 16 plus your dex.
Hold on, let me pulling something up real quick. I'm seeing how much money I have. 2,000. What can you give me for 129?
The best I can do for that is probably going to be chainmail, or scale mail. But scale will give you a little bit more protection, but it gives you a little bit less advantages if you're trying to stealth. It kind of makes you at a disadvantage there, as it will cling around. But chain can probably be provided for 75 gold.
Chain, what's the AC on that?
13 plus dex.
That's a chain shirt you're looking at.
Yep.
Okay.
A chain shirt.
I'm gonna go with the scale mail, because at least with my fighting style, that'll put me at 15 or over.
Okay. So that's dex of 14 plus dex and disadvantage.
On
For
stealth.
stealth checks.
Mhm.
All right, now how much is that costing?
75.
And if I wanted a shield, how much would that cost?
Another 15.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Here you go.
Thank you. And that's it.
All right, let me know if there's anything else we can do.
Yes, ma'am.
As always,
Gotta walk out.
may you always shield your lily.
Clever.
Oh boy.
I am upset that I wasn't there to get that.
Unfortunate.
Alrighty. So now you guys can make your way. Before we get into the magic shop, was there anything that you guys wanted to do? I'm talking to you, Toblin and Norvar.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's anything we can get into right now tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is 11.
Okay, so
What I was going to do was get into my business stuff, but
okay.
that
So
might
we'll put
take
us.
a while.
Yeah, so we'll start that for the start of next week, the week after, depending on when we can meet again, and then we'll do the gold. We'll end it after the shop at the magic store. Feel free to, if you want to go there as well and join them, you can. Or if you're gonna go off on your own.
I'll probably go off on my own.
Okay. Alright, so after purchasing weapons and armor, you do make your way down the road towards the center of the promenade, towards a quite tall building um, with an extravagant sign built over top reading Gilmore's Glorious Goods and Emporium.
Well, this is it.
We might as well go in and take a look. See what they got.
Yep.
And you, big guy, try not to break anything.
Crash.
You head to the general store known as Gilmore's Glorious Goods. It is a wide, single-story building. It's as if either the best or worst funhouse you've ever entered. The exterior is made up of blue and purple fabric draped over the building, which has been painted with various colors. The entryway has no door, but rather than beads and cloth drapes. Excuse me. The entryway has no door, but rather many beads and cloth drapes that were meant to be pushed aside. The interior of the shop was magically enchanted to be bigger on the inside than it was on the outside. So in reality, you're seeing a single story. But when you go in, there's a large 2-story building with incense, perfumes permeating through everything. It's like a terrible medieval Sephora.
Oh, God.
Sephora. It smells like a series of ever-burning candles and sconces. You can see them adorning the wall. On the first floor, you see tables bearing glass cases residing in the center of the room, and there's a long wooden counter at the far end behind the entrance that seems to be for workers only. On the far left, you can see an area where there's various vials behind the glass, and almost like an herb kit in the back where potions might be being brewed. And then on the second story, you can start seeing even more belts, shields, armor, weapons. Some more of the fanciful items are held up there. In the shop itself, you are greeted by... Let me go ahead. Not fair-skinned, but a fair olive-skinned human male with long black hair with a well-groomed goatee. Welcome you in wearing lavish purples with gold inlay and a cloak wrapped around. Oh, welcome all! Welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. I am Gilmore, welcome to my shop. Might there be anything I can assist you with finding today?
Yes, I believe there is.
Well then, by all means. What can I find you?
I'm looking for something very particular. A bag of holding.
Oh, a bag of holding, you say? Well, it's just so happens I have one available. I came in last week.
Excellent.
It is right here. He takes you around and brings you upstairs to where the adventuring gear is kept. Okay, so I have one bag of holding here. Any other items that you're potentially looking at?
Nothing off the top of my head, but I'll definitely browse.
Alrighty. Well, this bag right here, this will run you 1,000 gold.
Fair enough. Then if I do have another question then.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
components for one to make their own.
Well, I sell some components, but not all. I had to import some of the materials to have this created um, from parts of the Marquesian continent. I had to have some imported from Wildmount. So I could, but the cost for import would probably bring it around the same costs.
Fair enough then. Well, I'll keep browsing then, if that's all right.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I have many good things up here, and I mean, if this doesn't interest you, I also have right over here. This is a special shield I just had created. It was a slight request by a few other adventurers. I happened to get my hands on one after scouring the globe looking for fantastic goods to keep in my shop. This is a shield of arrow catching.
Intriguing.
It's a quite fantastic item. I'm sure. Have you run across this or heard of anything like this in the past?
Run across it? No. Heard of similar things? Yes.
Okay, well, this particular beauty here, a little hard to come by. Took quite a bit of enchantment. This runs 5,000 gold.
Certainly more than what I need.
Well, it's well and good. So I'll put this aside. Maybe it's something for another time. But we have some enchanted weapons. I can even do some enchantment or experiment, if you will. It is my trade. I can be employed. But currently, we're taking a look here. Want to make sure I have the arrow catching shield info for you. The arrow catching shield, you gain a 2 to your AC, and then in addition, whenever an attacker makes a ranged attack against you within 5 feet, you can use reaction to become the target of the attack instead. So it helps adjust it and push things out of the way. But
Interesting.
could be useful down the road. But other elements, we do also have a full potion shop down on the first floor. If you're looking for ways to heal, I know we just finished a recent draft of Supreme Healing and a couple of our standard healing potions as well.
Excellent. I'll take a look there before I go out.
All right. Feel free, stop me, ask me about more, but we're here to help.
Excellent.
Excellent indeed.
Well, since I now need to rethink the bag of holding plan, would you mind if we ended here tonight, gentlemen?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Fine with me.
DM, would that be all right with you?
So after a quick conversation, we close the curtain on today's episode.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
Having done quite a bit without having to have a battle for 3 hours.
That was always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone. Welcome to Amon.
Heck yeah.
We
And
did it.
while I have you all here, can we just try and figure out the next time and what we're going to do for the format?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be caught like spending half an hour helping Jake trying to figure out, how to set it up.
Do we want to talk about this on stream or off stream?
Off
stream.
Okay.
Bye, stream. Thanks.
Do we know when we're gonna do this again?
I mean, I'm good if we want to do it again next week since we had an off week.
Yeah, I say next week. My bigger question was, should I bring my laptop if we're going to, or should I just go home and use my laptop, or are we meeting at Jake's?
I mean, again, that's probably a off-stream question.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you're here and you're listening, please tune in next week to find out what else happens at Amon. Maybe we get attacked, or we go and find those banditos, and we slew them left and right, or we go and find that red bandito and give her a kiss.
The kiss of death.
Not quite.
I don't have that skill yet.
Did Kenku even have lips?
It's a beak.
Yeah.
You dimbus. Bye, stream. Thanks for hanging out.